Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my crafty den, and I'm going to work in this journal. So I don't even know if you've seen this journal before. This was the journal that I got for Christmas. It still has this, I just flipped it. But this is a marker pad. It has some really nice heavy paper in here. It's a heavy cardstock paper. It's really nice to work on, but all I've done in here so far is just a little bit of journaling, some Zentangling, just a little bit of all kinds of doodles. And when I got this, I intended this to be an art journal. Because I got it on these rings, it was a Christmas gift. It was part of what I spent my husband's gift card on. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I am going to do a little bit of art journaling. So just in case I get any wet, I don't want it to drip down in there. So I'm just going to take some painter's tape . Trying to keep it kind of straight. So the page that I am going to try to do today is something that I saw another content creator do. I don't know if any of you watch Maremis Small Art or not, but Martha does some really wonderful, wonderful mixed media. I've been watching her for a number of years, and she did a video, and it's the third time she's done this style, and I want to try to do it too. So she gave a list of directions, kind of, and this is using old book page. I've got an old book here, using the plainer sheets from your books. I have a whole bunch of those that I've torn out that I've been using in projects just for background filler. And also she says you need to use a focal point. And I'm going to show you what she does. And in my opinion, it just made the most amazing page. So I have 3 pieces cut out. I have this one, this house that is just so pretty. I have this fairy girl, and I have this one, which is a tea party. And they all came out of the same book. They came out of this Happy Easter Ephemera book, and this is by Kate Curry and Pour Toast. No wonder it's so wonderful. Everything they do is totally amazing. Just totally amazing. So I have those 3 images. So I am going to try to protect my pages here, I'm going to add this behind as well. Just because I don't know what I'm going to do on the next page, right? So I've got everything protected. I'm going to just start by putting some Mod Podge down and using some book page. So I've been using this. It's an old vitamin book from 1941. It's not a first publishing. It's nothing like that. But I'm just going to take some of these pages because look at the aging on these. And I'm just going to cover this with this book page. So I need a paintbrush, and I'm going to use Mod Podge. So it's okay to do something that somebody else has done. This is how we learn. And I have to be honest with you, almost everything that I've learned about mixed media so far, I've absolutely learned watching Maremis Small Art channel. She's so good. Yeah, she's just so good. Let's see. I'm going to tear this here and add another round page here, like this, down. So definitely giving her credit for this idea. I'm going to try to make this my own, of course, because it's my own supplies. Everybody's going to have a different result, and you're never going to be able to copy an artist, especially not someone as good as her. She's truly an artist. So you're never going to be able to copy an artist. Not a possible thing. I think I need to put some in here and use it for dunking my brush. So you could use white glue for this if you don't have Mod Podge. You could also probably use gesso, a clear gesso, not a white gesso, because the white gesso would cover up anything that you put down. But it's warm in here, guys. It's been raining out and it's so damp and windy. My heat's coming on a lot. I think I'm going to put that one that way. My dog is laying in his bed. I have a bed for him that's right under my desk because he hates being in the other room when I'm crafting. He wants to be in here with me, and he's snoring. Like, really snoring. I don't know if you can hear it or not. At first I wondered what the heck it was. Now these pages are so dry and brittle and absorbent that if I put any paint or inking or anything on here, these pages would just absorb it. But with this coat of Mod Podge on top, I think these are going to be a lot easier to work on. So just the script doesn't have to go all the way to the edge. I absolutely love the vintage look, and I don't care how much of this is showing through. I don't even care if any of it shows through. But so I've got that on there. Now the second thing, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry for a little bit. The second thing she says to do is to cut up some tiles. She means squares and rectangles of neutral scrapbooking papers. So I'm not going to do this one because that's way too much of a print. But this, let me see, what colors can I go for? Like that would look lovely on there. That would look lovely on there. These papers are all papers that I never know how to use. So this has got this beautiful postcard image at the top here, which is really lovely. And this rose at the bottom, but all this neutral in the middle would be really great, as well as this. I think I have a few sheets in here from this. Doesn't that look lovely on there? I think I'll cut some tiles from this. Let's look and see what we've got. Oh, I think I want some dark color in there, so I'm going to put a dark sheet over. And maybe this, maybe some of this. It's the same from this fall book with the blues. Maybe some of this tanny. Oh, some of this for sure. I just have so much of this. Here's another one. Flowers in the corners. This one's got a nice border on it. And these are literally pages for scrapbooking. So, and I don't scrapbook. I just use scrapbook papers. This has got a really nice rich brown tone to it for a dark. So let's start with those ones. So I don't need to open this up, and I'm not going to worry at all about the size. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. I think I'm going to cut off of this side right here because it's kind of got the two tones on it and definitely needs some of this. I'm going to do a little strap. I'm going to turn this to the side this way and put maybe a little smaller. Maybe a little bigger strip off of this. I'm going to cut this border right off. And then do some squares. So I'm just going to take my paper and where it kind of looks, I guess it doesn't matter if it's a square or a rectangle or what it is. I'm going to cut a piece from there and a piece from there. I need a new blade on my trimmer. I'll have to change that right after I'm done this because I've got to dig them out of the drawer. Okay, so that's the first step, getting this down and cutting these pieces up. And I gave this a quick dry. I'm going to try to put my tiles down on my paper. I'm going to try to build them from the top corner down and the bottom corner up so that they kind of meet in the middle. But I'm thinking some of these are a little bit too big now. I've got my little trimmer if I have to cut them down too. So I'm going to try to make this one just a little bit smaller. I think it's just all about playing with them and seeing how you like them once you get them down on the paper. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to just wobble these around and keep playing with them, because I do kind of want them to go this way, because I want my image to go on top like this. I'm not even sure which one I'm using yet. Maybe this one. Maybe I'll do this one and I'll call it afternoon tea. Yeah. A little less Easter and a little more tea party. There aren't actually any Easter eggs in this one. It is just a tea party. And I love that. So maybe next week I'll do one of the other pieces and make it an Easter spread. I think something like this. So let's take this and put it down here so that I can remember how it goes. And grab my Mod Podge again. My brush was wet when I put it back in there, so this is a little on the runny side now. I think that went like that. Did that go like that? Oh gosh, I forgot already. So what's everybody been doing? I want to start doing a little more art journaling and things like that, just because I'm making my memory decks cards every Monday, and I really don't want to make a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not using. I'm going to put that right down there in the middle of that one. And see, I'm not sure what's going to show behind. So I'm just trying to make this, for me, pleasing for me to look at. And then when I finish this and get all the finishing touches and stuff on it, Yeah, when I get it all put together, I think this is going to be good. Like, after watching her videos, oh, I just wish I had her eye. I mean, we all probably do. But she has such a good eye on how to put things together. So I'm kind of liking these peachy and the pinky purples, the dusty colors, vintagey look. I went with these colors because I didn't think they'd look out of place on the book page. There. Now I'm going to put this one up because I want a space. I want to have it touching this, but I don't want it touching the brown. I'm going to kind of just... I don't think I'm going to put any more on here because I want some of this script to show. So I'm going to throw that in there again for a minute and give this a quick dry. All right, now I need to put my focal point on. And this is what I'm going for. And I'm thinking, do I want it down here or do I want it like this up here? I think I want it up here. I like that little bit of script is showing there, and there's some on either side of the rabbits or bunnies. I like calling them bunnies. So these cut and collage books that I've been buying, these ephemera books, have just made such an amazing difference to my crafting. Having these, because I don't buy a lot of magazines. I don't like to bring home a lot of magazines because what you actually get out of them, to me, it doesn't seem to be worth it. You end up with just way more garbage than you do finding things to use in your art, I think, anyway. So these cut and collage books, like I said, oh my gosh, they've made a difference to my planning. They've made a difference to my journaling, to my paper crafting. It's just, it blows me away when I think about it. I don't even know how I crafted without them before. To tell you the truth, I don't think my focal images were very interesting before. I'm going to take a little bit of my gesso. This is clear gesso with some white paint in it. Just a little bit. And I'm going to highlight I'm just going to lighten some of the background. Now, I hope I don't screw this up. Yeah, I watched her do it, and when she was first doing it, I thought, oh, it's not going to look good. But it did look good. So I'm just going to trust the process that she said she does. And because this is mixed, there's not a lot of white in here. So it's going to be just like a little bit translucent. And what's good about having that layer of Mod Podge on top is if I get it somewhere I don't want it, I can just wipe it off. So all it's really doing is pushing the book page back. I think I want a little bit along, like along this big tall piece here. Like that. And do I want to put a little bit in here? There. And I think that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to dry this really good because the next thing that I'm going to do on here is some pen. Let me see. Just a Sharpie pen, maybe. Yeah, it's much thinner. So I'm going to redefine some of these boxes. So this is really new for me, and when I say that, like, I really mean it. When I do a journal page, I try not to have any straight edges. Yeah, really. I'm always trying to avoid straight edges. I like my edges to be torn, and this is the exact opposite of what I normally do. I mean, look at all these straight edges, and now I'm even focusing on the straight edges. I'm trying to draw your eye to them, but I'm not at all upset about the way that this is turning out. And I'm not going to worry about it if my lines aren't straight, if they're a little bit sketchy, a little bit wobbly. You know, just make another one beside it and make it look like it was supposed to be like that. Yeah, this is way different. This is, she didn't put as many of these on here, but I'm liking it. I'm just going to keep going with it. But I'm also going to do a little bit of white splatter on here as well. So let me see, a little bit of white paint, just a tiny little bit of white paint on there. A little bit of water. I just put a little bit of white paint on my lid. I'm going to squirt a little bit of water into it. And I'm going to stir it up with my maybe I'll take a little piece of paper. I'm just going to take a seed packet and put it over this. Okay. I'm going to take that big one away there. I'm going to leave these clumpy bits down at the bottom because I kind of like them. And I'm going to use an even finer pen to do just a little bit of this. I don't know if this will work or not, but I've got this distress ink. And I'm going to put some, I have a little piece of this plastic here, and I'm going to put some of this distress ink down here. This is just the vintage photo. And I'm going to spray it with some water. And then I am going to take this onto my brush, and I'm going to kind of just puddle it around my focal point here. This is the darkest ink that I have, but I think it would absolutely work a little better with one that's even darker. I went for a bigger brush. It holds more water. And I think that's all I'm going to do on there. But I do need a sentiment. I don't have any stamps that have words. So I got this whole great big envelope full of just stamped words from a friend. I absolutely love them. I also have words that come out of magazines like this. Like that could be cut out a little bit more, maybe. I think I'm going to put together on here. But I am going to fussy cut this. It's such a pretty word that it doesn't need straight edges. And I've got so many straight edges on here anyway that I don't know what I'd line it up to if I left it with a straight edge. So I'm thinking this will be the solution to having to line it up. It won't look out of place no matter where I put it. And of course, I'm using art glitter glue on this because of this little teeny tiny point here. It makes it so much easier. And where will I put this? I shall put it, I'm liking this down here, so I think I'm going to put it up here in this bare spot. Okay, so I just put a little bit of black around the word together. And I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to just grab a black pencil. This is a Faber-Castell Polychromos, it says. So I think I just want to go scribble, 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 scribble. So that's my journal page for today. It looks way better than I thought it was going to look. Yes, my art journal pages don't usually look this put together. They look a little bit more chaotic. But I do love this style, and I will probably use it a lot more. I'm at least going to do this a few more times. So she calls it, I'll link the video in the description so that you can go over to her page. And if you want to learn more about mixed media, my gosh, she does some amazing stuff, just amazing. So go on over and show her channel a little bit of love. And I guarantee you're going to learn something. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. And comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have you done mixed media, or are you just thinking about it? Are you a beginner? Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would absolutely love if you would do that before you left so you can come back and see what else I'm up to. I'll see everyone in the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now, everyone. Have a really wonderful day.